Biblical Wealth Builders. Today, we're covering Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Read along with me. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. You cannot serve God and riches. This reminds me of the story in the Old Testament. If you haven't read it, I definitely encourage you to read it, about Elijah. The prophet Elijah was being hunted down by a king, and the king was married to Jezebel, and everybody was so fearful of Jezebel. And the situation was that the northern tribes of Israel, under King Ahab, who was a Jew, an Israelite, married to a Gentile, Jezebel, was serving all kinds of idols. And so God had Elijah come, and the idols that Ahab was serving were Baal, okay? And Jezebel had her own idols. But God had Elijah bring all of the prophets of Baal, and they all came, and there was this miraculous situation, right, where they basically built an altar, and they were supposed to make fire come down from heaven to burn all of the sacrifice. And the reason why it was supposed to be fire from heaven is because Baal was a lightning god, right? That's what he does. He's lightning, he's fire. Like, come on, let Baal do what he does. And Elijah is making fun of the Baal, priests, the priests of Baal. Like, maybe your God is sleeping, whatever. The reason why I bring up this story is because Elijah, of course, called on God and said this to the Israelites. How long will you falter between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. But the people answered, they didn't say nothing. 450 priests of Baal. The children of Israel in the northern tribes said nothing. This is what God is saying in Matthew 6:24. No one can serve two masters. The northern tribe of Israel, they tried to. But God literally sent Elijah to tell them, you can't. You literally cannot. Pick one. You cannot serve God, Jehovah, Yahweh, and serve Baal, the idol that was being worshipped. The Baal priests doing their stupidity. And the children of Israel were doing both, trying to do both. And Elijah was sent to basically show them only one of these gods is real. Only one of these gods deserves your worship. So in 1 King, chapter 18, when Elijah prayed and had God come and take up the sacrifice, and the Baal worship gods, the Baal priests could not do it. They lost their lives. And God showed himself faithful and true and real and the one and only. And here in Matthew 6:24, Jesus is asking you the same thing, or telling you, actually. He's not asking, he's telling you. You cannot serve two masters. You're either going to love one and hate the other, or hate one and love the other. But you cannot serve God and money. And I know that you see people right now trying to do both. They're worshiping God with their mouths, but they're worshiping money with their actions and their heart. The reality is, I can't tell by looking at them, and you can't tell by looking at them. You can't tell who's attempting to serve both, who's really serving God or who's really serving money. But I love that the Bible is not about what other people are doing. Jesus is talking to you personally. Whenever you're reading the Bible, he's talking to you personally. There are times when he's talking to the church and the Gentile, the Jews as a nation. But Jesus is very often talking to you personally. You cannot serve two masters. Pick one. And by the way, he knows your heart. He knows where you are right now. But when he says pick one, it's because you have an opportunity to change your mind. You have an opportunity to do differently today. You have an opportunity today to choose to serve God as your only master and let him provide the money that you need and let him provide for all that you need, your family and your future.